Good morning. Thank you. It's great to see so many people who've come to join us today, both in-house and on the live stream. We're delighted. It's always nice to gather, but especially gather when we are introducing a new member of our Westminster community, which we have the privilege to do today. We're very excited about this. Let me take a moment and explain Derek Zander's absence. He sends his greetings this morning. He is on the live stream. He's dealing with a personal matter and regrets that he's unable to attend in person. He would like to extend the following thanks to President Lofi, who's with us this morning. President Lofi, will you stand a moment, please? So we're happy to have you here. Thank you. President Lofi's wife, Lorraine Lofi, members of the Board of Trustees for their continued support throughout this search process. He would also like to thank the members of the search committee, Amy Bristow, Mel Byers, Karen Thompson-Wolf, and Luke Butts for participating in this very extensive search. Thank you, Athletic Department, Derek writes, for your patience while the search process unfolded, and also for your participation. It was very greatly appreciated. This was a very competitive process with a talented candidate pool. We were looking for someone who was student-centered, someone that would push the athletic department and student athletes to be successful both on the field and in the classroom, and someone who could help usher a new era of Westminster athletes in the changing higher education landscape. And we believe we found that person and are excited to introduce her today. Derek Zander is our outgoing, as of now, Director of Intercollegiate Athletics, and he is our Vice President of Enrollment Management and Student Services. So he sends those greetings to you this morning, and again is regretful that he's unable to be here this morning. As we get started this morning, I have the privilege to introduce Dr. Jessica Brown, and I'll speak about her momentarily. But with us this morning, she has family members who are joining us. If you would stand when I call your name, Tamarius Prince, who is Dr. Brown's partner. Welcome, Tamarius. Brandon Stewart. Brandon is Dr. Brown's brother. Sir Andre McKnight and Dr. Leslie McKnight, Dr. Brown's godparents, and parking her car right now is Trina Booker, her cousin, who will be joining us shortly. So we're very thankful that you could join us today, and we welcome you to campus. All right, Derek Zander writes, I'm excited to welcome Dr. Jessica Brown to the Westminster campus community. Athletics is an important part of Westminster College, and I know that under Jessica's leadership, we will continue to reach new heights for our student athletes, both competitively and in the classroom. And we absolutely agree, and I'm delighted to be able to introduce you this morning, Dr. Brown. Jessica comes to Westminster with extensive experience in executive leadership of athletics departments and student affairs. Most recently, she served as Vice President for Student Affairs and Athletics at North Central College in Naperville, where she directly oversaw 11 departments, more than 80 full-time and part-time employees, 26 NCAA sports teams composed of over 1,000 athletes and a budget exceeding $2 million. A lot of experience she's bringing to the table. During her tenure at North Central, Brown strategically led and oversaw 5 national championships. Hear that, coaches? 3 in women's triathlon, 1 in football and women's wrestling, and just over 40 championships for the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin. At North Central, Brown developed an athletic fundraising plan that strategically bridged the gap between athletics and the advancement office, leading to the athletic department achieving its $600,000 giving goal. Student athlete retention numbers at that time also remained in the 80th percentile, quite impressive. Originally from Grand Rapids, Michigan, Brown earned a BS in Recreation, Health, and Human Development from Western Michigan University in Kalamazoo. She received an MED in Educational Leadership from Concordia University in Portland, Oregon. before going on to earn her PhD in Higher Education Administration from Illinois State University in Normal, Illinois. It's my pleasure this morning to introduce Dr. Jessica Brown.
All right, good morning. Again, my name is Dr. Jessica Brown. I prefer Dr. JB, and I use she, her pronouns. Before I go any further, I would not be where I am today without God. I know that everything happens for a reason, and when you strengthen your relationship with God, you are able to hear and see him in different ways than one. I am able to stand before you all today because God has ordered my steps to live in my purpose. I thank you, Lord. To my best friend and supporter and accountability teammate and my partner, Ms. Tamarius Prince, thank you. Thank you for pushing me to always be better and to do better. I would not be able to stand as tall as I do today without your love and support. Thank you. To my family and support circle, I appreciate that several of you all are here today. Thank you for making this trip to celebrate this special moment. Thank you to my Uncle Barry, Trina, Brandon, Shawnee, Sir Andre McKnight, Dr. Leslie McKnight, and others who support me but are unable to attend today. Thank you for always providing a safe space for me to process, experience joy, and most importantly, allowing me to show up authentically me. I would also like to take a moment to thank the search committee for their time on such an important role. And I would also like to thank Derek Zander and President Don Lofi and the Board of Trustees for this opportunity. I am excited to be here and to join the Westminster community and to officially get started. It feels like it's been quite some time. As a former NCAA Division I student athlete for the Western Michigan Broncos, head coach and overall sport fan, I am excited to step into my passion full time. Athletics has provided me with a foundation to grow, connect with individuals from different backgrounds, and most importantly, find creative ways to stay in a state of action. Serving as the AD, I will have the opportunity to continue to grow with coaches, student athletes, faculty, staff, and community members to lead the department through action. During my search process, I expressed that transitioning to Missouri was a homecoming for me. My father is originally from Hayti, Missouri. I have family throughout the state, and stepping into this role will allow me to return to my roots in a way. Westminster College is a familiar institution. During my time at Eureka College as a former head coach in SWA, we played Westminster often. Knowing that I get to come back and serve the SLAAC and also connect with my family is exciting. Westminster's mission aims to educate, inspire all students through a distinctive liberal arts curriculum and a dynamic developmental experience to challenge them to be critically aware, lifelong learners, and leaders of character committed to values, integrity, fairness, respect, responsibility, and to prepare their lives for success, significance, and service. Westminster's mission statement speaks to the anchor of the work that our coaches facilitate with our student athletes daily. I'm excited to join the intentional efforts to see our student athletes to the finish line. The Westminster College Athletic Department has a rich tradition of excellence. Coach Washington led the women's basketball program to another outstanding season last year with a 20-6 record, and also securing her second SLAAC Coach of the Year award for the second time. Men's wrestling, Austin Witzel qualified for the NCAA National and finished in the top 10. Women's soccer continues to grow a culture of excellence with 4 soccer players finishing in the named all-conference. Men's volleyball went 18-13 in their inaugural season and beat the number 3 team in the national rankings along the way. Under Coach Tucker's leadership, the SLAAC Coach of the Year, women's volleyball had another competitive season, finishing 18-16 while having the SLAAC Player of the Year on the roster. Softball's hard work played off with a trip to the conference tournament. And finally, what I believe is our most impressive highlight from last year is our academic performance. Our Blue Jays had a 3.24 overall GPA with 16 programs finishing with a 3-point GPA, and 86 student athletes were named to the academic all-conference team, and 263 student athletes were named on the dean's list. How about those Blue Jays? When I was on campus for my final interview and during my community forum, I spoke about my vision for the department, WCMO, the Jays way. I believe we can impact student athletes, coaches, administration, faculty, staff, and the community if we focus on people, centering unity, enrollment growth, budget enhancements, and leveraging our marketing talents to grow name, image, and likeness, also known as NIL, and storytelling to dispel the myths around the ROI for Division III athletics. I believe we can further our reach by building a program that is known for high standards of excellence, developing student athletes, service, and sportsmanship. With previous experience as a student athlete, coach, director of retention programs, Title IX, and vice president for student affairs and athletics, I lead to support through a coaching leadership and a servant management style. As I step into this role and through intentional collaboration, you will experience my leadership style that centers on people and student-first mindset, fostering feedback loops, creating a supportive and inclusive work environment, utilizing role development and role leveraging, and fostering a culture of accountability. This approach has allowed me to push team members to their peak performance for equitable and impactful outcomes. As a leader who manages through a lens of serving, we must remain mission-driven as we navigate our day-to-day operations, challenges in higher education, and more specifically in the small private space. Communication will remain at the core of our efforts by being intentional with transparency, collaboration, consensus building across teams. In doing so, we must remain aware of our pressure points. Some of those pressure points have been identified for us. For example, the NCAA legislation and lawsuits that we continue to navigate, broken business models, the inaccurate narrative about the value proposition of a college degree, and the like. As we continue to evolve as a department, I am committed to finding ways to empower each team member within the department by leveraging data to inform our decisions and continuing to foster an environment of stewardship. It is my vocational calling to serve higher education through athletics, and I know with these focal points, we can serve at a very high level. During my first 100 days, I look forward to listening, observing, and establishing relationships. During my time, coaches, sports administration staff, student athletes will join me in refining our vision for the department. With a clear vision in place, I look forward to watching coaches lead their programs to successful experiences that leave a long-lasting impact. I look forward to hearing success stories from key stakeholders working in collaboration with athletics to reach common goals. I look forward to demonstrating consistent ethical decision-making where doing the right thing separates us from our peers. And finally, I look forward to having some fun. Moreover, there are several key priorities to identify so that we can move into action. Derek, the athletic department, and I will identify and prioritize those key efforts over the next several months. However, as I enter the space, I do know that there are key few items that could enhance our overall student athletic experience right away, and I look forward to addressing those. Those efforts are continue to establish a culture of academic excellence, engaging with the Fulton community, securing a conference for our men's volleyball program, exploring adding sports, enhancing facilities, raising funds, and the like. As I close my remarks, I have a call to action for our alumni, our community, coaches, athletic administration, faculty, staff, and students. As we embark on this new journey together, I have 3 action items for you to consider. First, ask questions before assuming the reason behind the action. Athletics is a complex department on any college campus. We navigate policies and procedures that exist within Westminster College, but also externally. This dynamic creates a unique intersection that does not always provide a clear answer in real time. I am committed to always finding the right answer and living out that answer and conveying it in the most transparent way as possible. Second, attend our student athlete experiences. One thing that I've learned over the course of my life is the importance of time. We may not always have the same resources as a Power 5 institution. However, having people in our stands can go a long way for our student athletes. I remember looking out into the stands, seeing familiar faces from community members during my playing time, which filled me with a sense of pride and joy. I am committed to being physically present for as many games, practices, and academic experiences as possible, and I challenge you to do the same. Third, and my final call to action, consider giving. As we start the 2025-26 academic year, we need your financial support. As I mentioned earlier in my remarks, we have budgetary constraints. Your support helps with providing student athletes with enhanced athletic experiences. Funds assist with travel support, meals, equipment, and the like. In the near future, we will have a variety of opportunities for people to consider giving, and I challenge you to consider giving. Thank you all for being here today. I know my previous experiences, the team I will be working alongside, and the support of President Lofi and Derek Zander will lead to several successful and impactful moments ahead. I'm excited. Let's get to work. Thank you very much. Go Blue Jays.
Fantastic. At this time, the press, if you are interested in a follow-up interview, Dr. Brown will step next door in a few moments, and you are welcome to join her there. For the rest of us, do we have any questions at this time? All right, please enjoy the refreshments, and thank you so much for attending today. Thank you.